everyone. So today we're going to be creating a spirit doll. Now, what is a spirit doll? Now, the way that I'll be creating it for the purpose that I'm creating it for, I've chosen to call it a spirit doll, but most people who make, Vodou dolls or voodoo dolls don't call them this, and I wouldn't call this a voodoo doll or a Vodou doll. I'd call it kind of a statue or receptacle for the spirit I wish to get closer to. Now, a few months back, I was especially drawn to this one grave in this graveyard. And ever since then, I've been working with this spirit. And I knew that I was going to want to work with this spirit more after when I was gathering just a little bit of grave dirt from the top of the grave. This person died about 100 years ago, over 100 years ago, and I was just digging a little bit of soil off the top right under the grass and putting it in a bag to better connect with the spirit because I'd been drawn to the grave. So when I was doing that in the video, even though there was nobody there and there was no wind, at least none anywhere near like this, I heard this long exhale right in the video. And I think it was in Ritual in a Graveyard, or Ritual in a Graveyard Part 2, I think, the video that I'm talking about. I'll go ahead and shoot it up there so that you know exactly what video I'm talking about. But after I recorded that, I knew that this spirit was relieved that somebody was finally working with it, and that nobody had recognized it in quite a while. Nobody had recognized her in quite a while, and I'm going to be calling her Mrs. Stroud. I'm not going to say her full name, but Mrs. Stroud is the one that I'm going to be putting basically into this statue, not necessarily confining her in it, but associating her with it. I would say would be the best way to describe it. So I have the grave dirt that I originally took, and is associated with that video where the exhale happened. And this grave dirt is the first time I worked with her, but there has been other offerings to her and other workings with her since then. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and dive in before I get too far into trying to explain all this. But before I do, I'll take that back. I hope to connect more with those who have passed on, learn from them, and try to connect with this spirit and see how its journey has progressed after her passing, and what is left behind exactly, and what moves on, and in what states I will find myself one day, and other people find themselves one day, and what we will desire, what we will be conscious of, and if it is even relevant to humanity that is still alive. Anyway, let's dive right in. So I'll explain things as I go along with this ritual that I've kind of put together myself. You won't find this ritual anywhere in any books, so don't try to look for it. Well, you can, but you won't find it. But regardless, okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to mix some of this Himalayan pink salt I've ground up in mortar and pestle with this water, purified water in this bottle. Just going to pour a few pinches in there, and this is to purify the statue before I completely associate it with Mrs. Stroud. And I've been working with Mrs. Stroud as if she's an ancestor now. I've claimed her as an ancestor, which is something you can do. And usually spirits that have passed on that don't have anyone are willing to talk to you and work with you and inspire you if you will look after their connection to this world and really give them a connection by caring about them. So I'm going to shake this up. I'm sorry for the limited amount of frame we got going here, but I'm going to shake this up. Now I'm going to pour it on her. Say, Hekas, Hekas, este bebeloi. Hekas, Hekas, este bebeloi. Away, away, all ye profane. Away, away, all ye profane. Hekas, Hekas, este bebeloi. 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 Now that we've acknowledged what the spirit doll is, let's go ahead and de-illuminate her. And I will be wiping her down with a rag to try to get some of the kind of spread the salt and purified water around, and salt is a very purifying thing, and also to try to get rid of some just basic dirt. Try to get as much of the doll or statue, whatever you want to call it, as you can. Try to just wipe it off, make it a proper receptacle we got going here. Alright, now what we're going to do is make an offering to Baron Samedi and Papa Legba first, because he is the one who controls the gateway to the realm of Aloha, the spiritual realm. So I will offer to Papa Legba, I offer you this rum, that you may open the gateway to the realm of Aloha, and allow Mrs. Stroud to come to this statue and converse with me when we so wish, when she so wish, and when I so wish. Both must be mutual understanding. Papa Legba. I burn this frankincense to purify the area and to raise the energy of this area. Baron Samedi, Lord of the Graveyard, Keeper of the Dead, I pour you this rum in offering, Baron Samedi. I light this black candle, for black is associated with the passing, the unknown. Papa Legba has the white, for he guides along the path. And now I light this black candle to draw all negative energy out of the doll. Any negative energy that was existing in the doll, I draw it out with this candle, this black candle, drawing out all negative energy. I burn this white sage to purify this doll, to cleanse it of any negative energy. Hekas este bebeloi. 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 Away, away, all ye profane. Away, away, all ye profane. And also Madi, allow Mrs. Stroud to come to this statue. Allow Mrs. Stroud to come once more to this realm. When she so wish, and when I so wish, and I do wish, but also Madi. But also Madi. Miss Stroud, Miss Stroud, Miss Stroud. negative energy drawn out. Now I anoint this doll as it is reborn as Mrs. Stroud. I anoint it with frankincense and myrrh oil. And the dirt upon the grave of Miss Stroud I now put in the hands of this statue. Representing death, but also what was before, life. Miss Stroud, come to this statue. Miss Stroud, come to this statue. Miss Stroud, come to this statue. 'Tis your home. You can be here. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and glory, forever and ever. Amen. Miss Stroud, you are reborn. This white candle signify your rebirth. And now I offer you food, grown, picked, spiced, and cooked, right here, Miss Stroud. Mrs. Stroud, I offer you this food. These bell peppers, seasoned as I would like them to be seasoned. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and glory, forever and ever. Amen. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and glory, forever and ever. Amen. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and glory, forever and ever. Amen. I recognize the religion of Mrs. Stroud and respect it. Now, Miss Stroud, I offer you water unsalted, that you may drink with your meal. Purified water, Miss Stroud. Drink and eat as you see fit. I will leave this offering, these candles, and this incense for a time before removing them. And once I remove everything, I will place the statue in a proper place where it is not lying down on its side, so Mrs. Stroud can be comfortable standing up. And whenever I communicate with Mrs. Stroud, I will communicate through this statue, for she now resides in it. So if you make a dedication of a statue or a doll to a particular entity or a life or a human soul, make sure you respect it, feed it every so often, talk to it, give it incense, make sure you honor the gatekeepers and those who watch the dead in your own system. And free writing is a great way to communicate in the way that I will communicate with Mrs. Stroud. As I open my mind, I have a notebook before me and I clear my head of thoughts and write down whatever comes to me. I also will ask questions and I will write shapes. I will draw runes. These are some of the ways you can communicate. You can use a pendulum and use the yes-no card or the maybe card or anywhere in between. There are many ways you can communicate through a statue or doll or even idol. These are some of the ways. I've described other ways in other videos, but regardless, I will respect Mrs. Stroud here, and I hope that you found this video informative, and I hope that all of you will find spirits of those who have long passed that you wish to connect with, so that you can enrich your understanding of those who have passed and where we are going once we pass from this world. Thank you very much, and all of you have a great day.